The first 30 minutes after you wake up can quietly decide whether your brain stays safe or faces its biggest danger of the day. Most seniors have no idea that what they do in these few minutes can double their risk of a stroke. Over 60? The moment you open your eyes in the morning could be the most dangerous time for your brain, but one small habit could slash your stroke risk by half. You might think strokes happen out of nowhere, but for millions of seniors, the real danger starts before breakfast. One tiny morning mistake could set it all in motion. Have you ever felt dizzy, foggy, or off balance when you first get out of bed? Type yes in the comments if you felt it, no if you never have. Your answer might help someone else realize they're not alone. In this video, you'll discover 8 powerful morning habits, each one backed by science, that can cut your stroke risk by up to 50%. These aren't complicated, they don't cost a cent, and most take less than 5 minutes. This isn't theory. It's based on research from the American Heart Association, the National Institute on Aging, and real stories from seniors who turned their mornings into a shield for their brain and arteries. So let's start at the very beginning. Before you even pour your coffee, there's one simple step that could be the difference between thicker, clot-prone blood and circulation that flows freely to your brain. The silent morning danger. When you wake up, your body isn't the same as it was yesterday afternoon. Your blood is thicker, your arteries are tighter, your pressure is rising. For seniors, those first 30 minutes are the storm before the day even begins, and that storm is when most strokes happen. Why mornings? Because while you were sleeping, your body lost water through breathing and sweating. Your blood became slightly more concentrated. Your stress hormone cortisol surged as part of your natural wake-up rhythm, and your blood vessels, instead of being wide and relaxed, are stiff and narrow. Put all of this together and it creates the perfect setup for a clot to form or a vessel to burst. Research from the American Stroke Association confirms it. Strokes occur more often between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. than at any other time of day. Not because of luck or bad genes, but because your body is at its most vulnerable point. This isn't about scaring you. It's about shining a light on something most seniors were never told. Because the truth is, you can protect yourself. You can flip this risk upside down with small, powerful habits that take only minutes. So let's start at the first one. It costs nothing, takes less than 30 seconds, and might be the single easiest way to cut your morning stroke risk by half. And yes, it starts before coffee. Habit 1. First glass of water. Picture this. You've just opened your eyes. Your blood has been quietly thickening through the night. Your arteries are narrower, your brain is demanding oxygen, and if you move too quickly, you might feel dizzy or foggy. That's not just aging. That's your body signaling dehydration, one of the biggest hidden stroke triggers in the morning. Most seniors don't realize this. Even if you don't feel thirsty, you wake up mildly dehydrated every single morning. Your body loses water through breathing and sweating and the long hours without a sip. That missing hydration makes your blood sluggish, more likely to clot, and slower to deliver oxygen where it's needed most, your brain. Research published in Stroke and backed by the American Heart Association shows that thicker blood in the early hours is strongly linked to higher stroke risk. But here's the good news. One simple glass of water, 8 to 12 ounces, within the first few minutes of waking can reverse that. It thins the blood, rehydrates your tissues, and jumpstarts circulation. Here's how you can do it. Tonight, before bed, fill a glass or water bottle and place it within reach. The moment you wake up, drink it before your feet touch the floor. If plain water feels boring, add a slice of lemon for circulation support and digestion. But plain water alone is enough to protect your brain and arteries. Do you already drink water first thing in the morning? Type yes if it's already your habit, no if you're going to start tomorrow. Your comment might inspire someone else to take that first sip. Now that we've rehydrated the body, let's calm the mind. Because another hidden morning trigger isn't physical at all. It's stress. And there's one 5-minute habit that lowers pressure, relaxes your arteries, and gives your brain a calmer start. Habit number 2. 5-minute deep breathing. Here's the scary truth. Your body is most stressed in the first hour of the day, even if you don't feel it. Cortisol, your stress hormone, spikes in the morning. That surge can silently raise your blood pressure, tighten your arteries, and make a stroke more likely. And all it takes is rushing into the day too fast. Coffee, news, to-do lists, before your body has time to reset. But what if I told you that just 5 minutes of slow, steady breathing could flip that switch? No pills, no equipment, just you and your breath. It's one of the simplest, most overlooked ways to lower morning stroke risk, and it takes less than boiling a kettle of water. Studies from Harvard and Johns Hopkins confirm that slow, deep breathing lowers cortisol, reduces blood vessel stiffness, and helps normalize blood pressure. For seniors, this is especially powerful because relaxed arteries mean smoother blood flow to the brain, sharper focus, and calmer mornings.
Here's how you can start tomorrow. Sit up in bed or on a chair. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for 4, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 4. Repeat this for 5 minutes. That's it. No app, no fancy technique, just slow, intentional breaths. If you get distracted, that's normal. Gently bring your focus back to the rhythm. Have you ever tried deep breathing first thing in the morning? Type yes if you have, no if you're willing to try tomorrow. Your answer to motivate someone else to give it a shot. Now that we've calmed the stress response, let's tackle another hidden danger. Many seniors unknowingly eat the one type of breakfast that raises blood pressure faster than anything else. Let's talk about morning salt overload and how to avoid it. Habit number 3, the hidden salt trap at breakfast. Most people don't realize it, but your body is extra sensitive to salt first thing in the morning. Why? Because after 7 or 8 hours without water, your blood is already a little thicker and your arteries are a little tighter. Then we piled on toast with cheese, cereal from a box, or even a quick bowl of canned soup. That salt hits like a hammer, pushing blood pressure higher and straining arteries already vulnerable. For someone over 60, that early spike could be the difference between a safe morning and a dangerous one. So here's the question. If breakfast is supposed to fuel your day, why are so many common choices quietly raising your stroke risk instead of lowering it? The American Heart Association warns that even one salty meal can constrict blood vessels for hours. And research shows that high morning sodium intake is strongly linked to early day blood pressure surges, the same hours when strokes are most likely to occur. Practical tips. Swap processed cereals for plain oatmeal topped with berries or banana. Instead of bacon or sausage, try a boiled egg with vegetables. Blend a simple smoothie with spinach, banana, and unsweetened yogurt. Use herbs and spices like cinnamon or ginger for flavor instead of salt. Always read labels. Even foods marked healthy can hide 400 to 500 milligrams of sodium per serving. What's your usual breakfast? Be honest. Do you think it's helping your blood pressure or hurting it? Type helping or hurting in the comments. You might inspire someone else to rethink their morning plate. Now that we've calmed the stress response, let's tackle another hidden danger. Many seniors unknowingly eat the one type of breakfast that raises blood pressure faster than anything else. Let's talk about morning salt overload and how to avoid it. Habit number 4, the morning walk boost. Here's something few seniors realize. The first hour after waking is when your circulation is at its slowest. Your blood is thicker, your vessels are stiffer, and if you go from bed to couch to kitchen chair without moving, that sluggishness lingers. For many over 60, that's the window when clots are most likely to form. Sitting too long right after sleep silently adds to the stroke risk. But what if the solution didn't involve medication, gyms, or strict routines? Just a few steps right where you are. Could walking in your pajamas really lower your stroke risk? Research shows that light walking in the morning increases blood flow, improves oxygen delivery to the brain, and helps keep arteries flexible. In fact, a study published in Stroke found that seniors who walk daily, even at a gentle pace, had significantly lower risks of both ischemic and hemorrhagic strokes. And the key is not speed, it's consistency. Clara, 81, told me she felt safer staying inside in the mornings. She thought she needed to do long, tiring walks to get any benefit, so she skipped them altogether. But when she began pacing her hallway for just 12 minutes every morning, she noticed 2 things. Her ankles no longer felt swollen, and her mind felt sharper by the time she sat for breakfast. She said, "It's like my brain wakes up faster when my legs do the work first." Practical tips. Aim for 10 to 15 minutes of light walking right after waking. If you can go outdoors, sunlight helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle and mood. If you prefer indoors, walk in place, Circle the living room or step gently up and down the hallway. Use music or a podcast to make it enjoyable. Use support, walls, counters, or a cane if balance is a concern. Do you already take a morning walk, even a short one? Type yes if you do or no if you're thinking of starting tomorrow. Your comment might be the nudge another singer needs to get moving. Now that your circulation is flowing, let's focus on an area many seniors forget about: your neck and shoulders. Tightness here can silently choke off blood flow to the brain, but with just 3 minutes of gentle stretching, you can keep those arteries open and your brain clear. Habit number 5, neck and shoulder stretch for better circulation. Most seniors never connect morning stiffness with stroke risk, but here's the hidden danger. When your neck and shoulders tighten overnight, those stiff muscles can squeeze the arteries that carry blood to your brain. This reduces circulation, sometimes causing dizziness or lightheadedness when standing up. Left unchecked, it can contribute to something called vertebrobascular insufficiency, a lesser-known type of stroke. And the worst part is, it often gives no warning at all.
So how do you protect your brain from something as ordinary as morning stiffness? The answer takes less than 3 minutes, and you don't even need to leave your bedroom. Physiotherapists agree that gentle stretches of the neck and shoulders can relieve muscle pressure on blood vessels, restore circulation, and lower the risk of artery compression. A study in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy showed that seniors who practiced daily neck mobility had fewer dizziness episodes and better blood flow to the brain. Practical tips: 3-minute routine. Sit or stand tall. Slowly roll your head clockwise, then counterclockwise. Keep it gentle. Shrug your shoulders up toward your ears, hold for 3 seconds, then release. Repeat 5 times. Roll your shoulders backward in a wide circle, then forward. If you want more, place one hand on the side of your head and gently tilt, stretching the side of your neck. Hold for 10 to 15 seconds per side. Breathe deeply throughout. Pair it with your morning water or deep breathing for maximum effect. Do you ever wake up with neck or shoulder stiffness? Type yes if that sounds familiar. And if you already stretch in the morning, share your favorite move in the comments. It might help someone else. Now that we've eased the tension in the upper body, let's bring in a habit that gives you real-time protection. It takes just 1 minute, but it could save your life. Your morning blood pressure check. High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. You can't feel it climbing. There's no pain, no warning, until it triggers a stroke. And the most dangerous time for those spikes is the morning, within the first hour after waking. So here's the question. If you could see that hidden danger before it strikes, would you take 60 seconds each morning to check it? Studies show seniors who monitor their blood pressure daily are more likely to catch early changes and cut their stroke risk dramatically. The American Heart Association recommends checking within 1 hour after waking, before coffee or breakfast when readings matter most. This single habit gives you and your doctor the clearest picture of your real health. Practical tips. Use a cuff-style monitor for the upper arm. They're more accurate than wrist devices. Sit quietly for 2 minutes before measuring. Record your numbers in a notebook or an app. Patterns matter more than single readings. If your numbers are consistently high, bring your log to your doctor before it turns serious. Do you already check your blood pressure at home? Talk yes if you do, no if you haven't started yet. Your comment might remind someone else to take this step tomorrow morning. Now that we've eased the tension in the upper body, let's bring in a habit that gives you real-time protection. It takes just 1 minute, but it could save your life. Checking your morning blood pressure. High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. You can't feel it climbing. There's no pain, no warning, until it triggers a stroke. And the most dangerous time for those spikes is the morning, within the first hour after waking. So here's the question. If you could see that hidden danger before it strikes, would you take 60 seconds each morning to check it? Studies show seniors who monitor their blood pressure daily are more likely to catch early changes and cut their stroke risk dramatically. The American Heart Association recommends checking within 1 hour after waking, before coffee or breakfast, when readings matter most. This single habit gives you and your doctor the clearest picture of your real health. Practical tips. Use a cuff-style monitor for the upper arm.
They're more accurate than wrist devices. Sit quietly for 2 minutes before measuring. Record your numbers in a notebook or an app. Patterns matter more than single readings. If your numbers are consistently high, bring your log to your doctor before it turns serious. Do you already check your blood pressure at home? Type yes if you do, no if you haven't started yet. Your comment might remind someone else to take this step tomorrow morning. Now that we've measured the pressure inside your arteries, let's talk about fueling your body with minerals that relax those arteries naturally. Magnesium and potassium. Two nutrients most seniors don't get enough of, yet they could be the missing key to stroke prevention. Morning minerals, magnesium and potassium. Most seniors think about blood pressure pills, but not about the minerals hiding on their plate. The truth is, if your body runs low on potassium or magnesium, your arteries stay tight, your pressure rises, and your stroke risk climbs quietly in the background. Morning is the most dangerous time for this, when your vessels are already under strain. So here's the question. Could the difference between clogged, strained arteries and relaxed, healthy ones really come down to two simple minerals you can add to breakfast? Potassium works like your body's natural sodium balancer. It helps sweep excess salt out of the system, lowering pressure naturally. Magnesium relaxes blood vessel walls, allowing smoother blood flow to the brain. Together, they act like a shield in the hours when stroke risk is highest. Studies in Hypertension Journal confirm that seniors with higher intake of these minerals have significantly fewer cardiovascular events. Practical tips. Add banana slices to oatmeal or yogurt. Toss spinach into scrambled eggs or smoothies. Sprinkle almonds, walnuts, or pumpkin seeds over breakfast bowls. Half an avocado on whole grain toast gives both potassium and magnesium. Keep sodium-heavy breakfast foods off the menu. Instant noodles, processed meats, frozen waffles are out. What's your favorite healthy breakfast? Type it in the comments. You might be surprised how many hidden sources of potassium or magnesium you're already eating. Now that we've nourished your arteries with the minerals they need, let's talk about the single most important habit of all. It takes less than a minute, but skipping it even once can quietly double your risk. Your morning blood pressure medication.
Habit number 8. Never skip your morning medication. Here's the truth. Missing or delaying your morning blood pressure medication, even by a few hours, can quietly spike your pressure at the worst possible time. And that early morning surge is when strokes are most likely to strike. Many seniors never realize that forgetting one tiny pill can raise their risk for the rest of the day. So why is timing so critical? And how can you build a system that makes it impossible to forget? Morning is the danger zone. Studies show blood pressure naturally climbs right after waking. For older adults, this is when the arteries are already stiff and less forgiving. Taking your medication at the right time keeps your pressure steady, protects your brain, and cuts your stroke risk by nearly 50%. This isn't just about numbers on a monitor. It's about protecting your independence, your memory, and your life. Practical tips. Take your medication within the first hour of waking, before coffee or breakfast. Use a pill organizer with compartments for each day. Set a phone alarm or reminder app tailored for seniors. Pair it with another habit, like brushing teeth or pouring water, so it becomes automatic. Never adjust or stop medication on your own. Feeling fine often means the medicine is working. Do you have a trick that helps you remember your morning meds? Type it below. Your tip could save someone else's life. Now that we've covered all 8 powerful morning habits, let's pull them together. Module 10 is where we tie every piece into a simple routine you can actually follow. A morning flow that protects your brain without adding stress to your day. Pulling it all together, your morning blueprint. You've just learned 8 powerful habits. And I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like a lot. How will I remember all of this every single morning? Don't worry. You don't need to overhaul your life in one day. You just need a simple rhythm, a routine that flows naturally and fits your life. So what does a stroke-preventing morning actually look like from the moment you open your eyes? Let's walk through it together. Morning blueprint, step-by-step integration. Step 1, sit up slowly in bed. Take a glass of water from your nightstand. Habit 1. Step 2,
Before reaching for your phone or turning on the TV, take 5 minutes for deep breathing or quiet stillness. Habit 2. Do a gentle neck and shoulder stretch to loosen blood flow. Habit 5. Check your blood pressure reading and log it. Habit 6. Take your morning medication with that second sip of water. Habit 8. Prepare a nourishing, low-sodium breakfast rich in potassium and magnesium. Habit 7. Step outside, even if just on your porch, for 10 minutes of walking or sunlight. Habit 4. This routine may look simple, almost ordinary, but in reality, it's extraordinary. Each habit layers on the other. Together, they protect your brain, lower your blood pressure, and slash your stroke risk by nearly half. Imagine yourself tomorrow morning. Instead of rushing, you move through this gentle blueprint. Water, breath, stretch, check, fuel, move. By the time the clock hits 9 a.m., your brain and body are protected. Your arteries are flowing, and you've given yourself the best insurance against stroke. Which of these steps do you already do? And which one will you add tomorrow morning? Type your answer below. Let's inspire each other to stay consistent. Now, before we finish, let's zoom out. Module 11 will show you why mornings are such a danger zone for seniors and why even small mistakes in those first 30 minutes can make the difference between a safe day and a serious health scare. Why mornings are the stroke danger zone. Here's something most seniors never hear from their doctors. The first 30 minutes after you wake up are the most dangerous for your brain. That's when strokes strike most often, quietly, without warning, before you've even had your first sip of coffee. But why does this happen? Why does morning put your brain at such high risk? When you sleep, your blood pressure drops slightly, and your body loses water through breathing and sweating. By morning, your blood is a little thicker, your arteries are a little stiffer, and your heart suddenly has to work harder as you sit up and stand. On top of that, your stress hormone, cortisol, spikes within the first hour of waking. For younger people, their arteries can usually handle it. But after 60, when vessels are less flexible, this combo can trigger dangerous surges that increase stroke risk. This is exactly why the habits we covered earlier matter so much. Water thins your blood. Breathing calms your cortisol. Gentle stretches open your vessels. Tracking blood pressure catches spikes before they catch you. Taking medication on time keeps your numbers steady. Each habit is a shield against this morning danger zone. Think of it this way. You can't stop the sunrise, but you can absolutely control how your body handles it. The right morning routine turns those first risky 30 minutes into your strongest defense against stroke. Have you ever felt dizzy, lightheaded, or foggy in the mornings? Share your experience in the comments. You may discover you're not alone, and your story could be the wake-up call someone else needs. Now that you know why mornings are so critical, Module 12 will show you how to spot the early warning signs of stroke, the quiet signals your body gives before it's too late. Spotting the early warning signs of stroke. Most strokes don't come out of nowhere. Your body usually whispers warnings first. The tragedy is, too many people dismiss those whispers as just aging. By the time they realize it's serious, precious minutes are already lost. So what are these early signs? And how do you know when it's time to act fast instead of waiting it out? Doctors use the acronym FAST: face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, and time to call emergency services. But strokes aren't always dramatic. Sometimes the early signs are much quieter. Sudden dizziness, unexplained double vision, a moment of slurred speech, or even a weak grip when you reach for something. These can all be red flags. For seniors, especially in the morning hours when risk is highest, recognizing these signals early can be the difference between recovery and lifelong disability.
Morning blood pressure check. Here's a habit that could literally save your life. Checking your blood pressure each morning. It takes 1 minute, but it can give you a clear picture of what's happening inside your body before any symptoms show up. High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. You don't feel it. No pain, no obvious warning signs until it's too late. That's why a simple morning check is one of the smartest things you can do to cut your stroke risk. The best time to check is within an hour after waking, before coffee or breakfast.
That's when your blood pressure naturally spikes, and if it's climbing too high, you'll catch it early. All you need is a home monitor, ideally the cuff style that wraps around your upper arm. Wrist devices may look easy, but they often give less accurate readings. Once you take your number, jot it down in a notebook or save it in a phone app. Over time, you'll see patterns, and if your numbers stay high, you'll have proof to bring to your doctor early, before it turns into something serious. Studies show seniors who monitor their blood pressure regularly are far more likely to stay in control, adjust habits quickly, and avoid stroke or heart complications. It's a tiny daily action with enormous long-term benefits. Do you already check your blood pressure in the morning? Or would you consider starting tomorrow? Drop your answer in the comments. Sometimes just hearing how others do it makes it easier to stick with. Morning minerals that protect your brain. Now that you've got your numbers, let's talk about what your body really needs at breakfast to protect your arteries. Two minerals, magnesium and potassium, play a powerful role in keeping your blood vessels relaxed and your circulation smooth. Yet most older adults don't get enough of them, especially in the morning when your arteries are already more sensitive. Potassium acts like a natural sodium balancer. It helps sweep out extra salt from your system and lowers your blood pressure without medication. Magnesium helps your blood vessels open up and widen so blood flows easily, feeding your brain the oxygen it needs. Together, they're like a morning shield against strokes. The best part, you don't need supplements. A banana, a handful of spinach in your eggs, a few slices of avocado on toast, or a small bowl of plain yogurt with nuts can give your body exactly what it needs. Even pumpkin seeds or almonds sprinkled over oatmeal can help. Research consistently shows that seniors who eat potassium and magnesium-rich foods daily reduce their risk of hypertension, cardiovascular problems, and stroke. These minerals are simple, natural protectors that work quietly in the background every day. What's your favorite healthy breakfast? Do you use bananas, spinach, or avocado in the morning? Share your ideas in the comments. You might inspire someone else to start their day with the same stroke-fighting foods. Never skip your morning medication. Now let's talk about the one habit you absolutely cannot skip: taking your blood pressure medication on time. This small act, often done with just a sip of water, may be the single most powerful thing you do all day to protect your brain. Missing or delaying your medication, even by a few hours, can quietly cause your blood pressure to surge. And those morning surges are the exact moments when strokes strike most often. If your doctor prescribed your meds for the morning, make them a non-negotiable part of your wake-up routine. Take them before breakfast, before coffee, before you get distracted. This ensures the medication works when your body needs it most. The easiest way to stay consistent is to keep a daily pill organizer, set a phone alarm, or use a reminder app. Many seniors find that pairing their medication with another fixed habit, like brushing teeth or drinking that first glass of water, makes it automatic. And here's something important. Never stop or adjust your meds just because you feel fine. That feeling fine may only be happening because the medicine is protecting you. Studies show that consistent medication use can slash stroke risk by up to 50%. Doctors repeatedly emphasize this. Your meds only work if you take them as directed every single day. Do you have a system that helps you remember your medication? Share it in the comments. Your tip might help someone else stay consistent and safe. Turning habits into a routine that sticks. You've just learned 8 simple but powerful habits that could cut your stroke risk by half. But here's the truth. Knowing what to do isn't enough. These habits only work if you weave them into your mornings in a way that sticks. That means making them part of your routine, just like brushing your teeth or pouring your coffee. Start small. You don't need to change everything overnight. Pick 1 or 2 habits tomorrow, maybe water before coffee, or a quick blood pressure check. Once that feels automatic, add another. Over time, these small steps will build into a morning routine that protects your brain without even thinking about it. That's the secret. Consistency, not perfection. Missing a day isn't failure. It's just a reminder to begin again the next morning. Every time you show up for your health, you're lowering your risk, strengthening your independence, and giving yourself more years of clarity and freedom. Doctors often say the best prevention isn't found in hospitals, it's found in your daily routine. And research proves that seniors who build strong health habits early in the day are far more likely to stay sharp and independent well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. Which of these habits feels easiest for you to start with tomorrow morning? Share your answer in the comments. Your choice might encourage someone else to take their first step, too. Independence is the real goal. At the heart of all this, it's not just about numbers, pills, or even strokes. It's about independence. It's about waking up and knowing you can walk to the kitchen without wobbling, step outside without fear, and live life on your own terms. For many seniors, the biggest fear isn't a hospital stay. It's losing the freedom to take care of themselves. I've seen seniors in their 70s and 80s who follow these small habits and still live with energy and confidence. And I've seen others, same age, same background, who skip them and slowly lose that freedom. The difference wasn't luck, it was daily choices. Studies confirm that maintaining morning health routines doesn't just lower stroke risk, it directly increases the chances of living independently longer, with fewer hospital visits and less reliance on caregivers. Think about your own future. What's one daily freedom you want to protect most? Walking outside, cooking your own meals, or maybe just enjoying time with your grandchildren without worry? Share it in the comments. Your answer could remind someone else why these small habits matter. A real-life story, proof that small changes work. Sometimes it helps to see what these habits look like in real life. Let me share the story of Margaret, a 72-year-old retired teacher. For years, she thought her morning routine was harmless. Coffee first, breakfast later, and sometimes she'd forget her blood pressure pills until noon. She often felt lightheaded when standing up, but brushed it off as just age. Her doctor warned her that her morning spikes were putting her at serious risk. That's when she decided to make 3 small changes. She started keeping a glass of water in her pill box on her nightstand, so the very first thing she did was drink and take her meds. She added a short 10-minute walk around her garden after breakfast, and she spent 5 minutes each morning doing deep breathing while sitting by her window. Within a month, she noticed the dizzy spells were gone, her blood pressure log looked steadier, and more than that, she felt calmer, clearer, and more in control of her day. Her story isn't unique. Research shows that seniors who follow even 2 or 3 of these habits consistently see measurable improvements in blood pressure, circulation, and overall stroke protection within weeks. Do you relate to Margaret's story? Have you ever made a small change that gave you a big difference in how you feel? Share your story in the comments. You never know who you might inspire. You've now seen the power of one morning routine, 8 small habits that can slash your stroke risk by up to 50%. None of them require special equipment, none of them take more than a few minutes, but together they protect your brain, strengthen your independence, and give you more days of clarity and freedom. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about showing up each morning for yourself. Drink your water, breathe deeply, stretch, move a little, eat smart, take your medication. These aren't chores, they're small acts of care that pay you back in energy, steadiness, and years of independence. Every time you choose these habits, you're choosing your future, the future where you stay strong, sharp, and able to live life on your own terms. Doctors agree the most powerful medicine is prevention, and prevention happens at home in your daily choices. These habits aren't advice, they are science-backed, time-tested, and proven to save lives. Which of these 8 habits will you start tomorrow morning? Share it in the comments. Your answer might inspire someone else to take action too. And if this video gave you something valuable, give it a like and subscribe to Health 365 so you never miss another life-saving tip. Because your health, your independence, and your future are worth it.